Well, I said last video that it would take hours to do this, to make a hole out of the bedrock with the dark oaks. And then I was like, well, no, that's that's an exaggeration. It won't take hours. No, it does. It does take hours. I made a hole, really big. Made it into a circle. Yeah, as you can see, a very big hole goes all the way down to the same level as our portal. Took hours. And not even that, I have to make another one, probably not this big, over wherever the Nether Fortress is, for the railroad track to go down. So that's going to take a long time. And so I have a bunch of plans, though, for this area up here. I have a bunch of dark oak around here because I got a lot of dark oak from just the making the hole, which is actually not perfectly square. Uh, so there's a couple bedrock things. But I got a lot of dark oak, so I decided to line it with that. It's not going to stay this plain, though, because that would just be boring. And I'm also going to make like a tower or whatever. Whoa. That destroyed that really quick. Okay. Anyway, so what we're going to do up here is we're going to grow a lot of these trees. I have a couple of these rows already set up. We are getting a ton of wood from this, so I don't think our wood situation is going to be very dire. So we're going to have dark oaks, birches, oaks, whatever, all the different kinds of trees going along here. But we're also going to put a bunch of dirt down because, I mean, this is a big, open, unpopulated place, and it's boring. So we're going to want to do stuff up here. And so we're going to do a bunch of dirt things. I'm going to have to get Silk Touch so that we can get grass in here. We're going to start building hills and everything. Get some elevation changes. So even just small hills like this will make it look a lot better. But for the tree farm, I'll make everything flat. So other things. So what we're going to work on first is we're going to make some sheep pens because what we want to do up here is have animals and trees. So normal fences, the animals can glitch through them. It's been a long-standing bug for a while now. Yeah, we have everything we need. So we're going to make this a 3x3 in the middle. So like this. Well, first we can go like this. So these little pads will have grass on them, and that's where the sheep actually spawn. The thing is, though, we need the grass to actually do the sheep so that they can eat it and grow their wool. So until we have that, it's not really possible to do the sheep up here. We could do cows, or pigs and chickens and stuff, but not much else. And our fancy little cow farm won't work here because there isn't any water. So, and I also don't have a lot of wool with me, so this won't be able to work entirely. But I'll just show you guys the basic concept. So if there's the fences with the blocks behind them, the animals can't get out. This isn't the most efficient use of resources, I guess, but we have a ton of resources, and this looks pretty good once it's all lined up and everything. Basically go like this. Okay, and then put one block in the corner so that you can jump up and everything. And the little dirt spots in the corner are so that you can put grass there, and then the grass will spread to these blocks. You could put it under all of these fences and everything, but it's not really necessary. You just want to have that there because the sheep will sometimes eat all the grass before like one grass block can repopulate all of them. So we're gonna finish this up. This won't be the final place for this. We're gonna do it somewhere else probably. It really depends. So it's very easy to repeat the pattern. You can just, oh, you don't even have to have a block there. You can go like that, and then just rinse and repeat. But until we get the Silk Touch, which is one of the rarest enchantments, we're not going to be able to do this. So I'm going to have to enchant some pickaxes and stuff. So yeah, we're in a mill of a hess. So yeah, that's the design basically. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have every color of sheep here. So I'm gonna bring up a bunch of sheep up this ladder through the Nether portal, up this ladder, and then into a breeding chamber, and we will be able to breed them and stuff. We can't actually grow the wheat for the breeding here because there's no water, of course. And the things we can grow here are all of the trees. We can do all the animals. We can't do any of the vegetables, I believe. I mean, any of the growing plants. We could do cactus, though. That's basically all that we could grow. And nether ore, of course. So I'm going to probably go grab a bunch of wheat, a couple of sheep, some wool and everything, and I'll be back so we can work on this some more. These guys are like the 4th generation of sheep that I've had to bring into the nether because they just keep dying. It's ridiculous. They're so stupid. Maybe I'm just stupid with the leads. Just a straight ladder though, so they should be able to get up fine. Anyway, so I wanted to apologize for not uploading in a couple of days. I think it's been like 3 days or something, but I've just been really busy with school and oh, by the way, that's not a mistake. That's a future project. What was I saying? Oh yeah, haven't uploaded in a couple days. Yesterday I was giving blood, so that's my excuse for not recording. And it was actually funny. I went with those 2 friends that I recorded those videos with, and I am so scared of needles. Like, I hate needles. And I accidentally watched while she put the needle in my arm, and I freaked out. I like went cold and passed out on the bed, and next thing I know, she's like poking me on the shoulder, saying, "Hey, are you okay?" I was like, I don't know. And she said, "Oh, well, you went kind of limp and you got all sweaty and pale, and so are you okay?" And I was like, "Well, you're the nurse. You're supposed to know if I'm okay or not." I don't feel okay, but oh man. Yeah, I don't do well with needles. Same thing happens if I get shots and watch it. But yeah, we got like little pins and everything. I don't know. It was a cool thing to do. I actually forced my friends to do it. That's like the best kind of peer pressure. I forced them to give blood. Whoops, my mic went out. Right there. Well, it didn't go out. It just started freaking out. Are you seriously not coming? Get out of that hole. Fool. There you go. There you go, little buddy. So these are going to be the breeder guys. Whoa, what are you doing? Get on the ladder. You're not going to have a good day. So these are going to be the breeders. I'm not going to bring more sheep in because this is just kind of a pain. Not getting them through the nether and into the ladders and everything. It's getting them to the nether portal from the overworld. Because my base is the base over there is all convoluted and stuff. So anyway, what was I talking about? Donating blood or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a cool experience. Got donuts afterwards. That was cool. They were not very good donuts, though. I guess any donut is a good donut. You're being a fool, too. Come here. So yeah, this design isn't actually done. Besides the grass not being here, we need this. I have wool on me. It's a perfect demonstration. You put wool around here because the sheep and other animals can't jump on top of here, but you can, so that's how you jump over fences and stuff. Plus it's really nice for color coding. So for all the different pens, we'll have different colors of carpets. So that'll be cool. Get out of my way, fool. There you go. So that's nice. That looks pretty snazzy. And you can even put, whoops, that, boom. You actually don't need that. Yeah, a little step up. So that's cool. A little color code. So we're gonna want to put down more trees and stuff. That's kind of tedious, so I'll probably do that off camera. Get all the trees set up. You know what? While I'm doing this, I'm gonna tell a story. You know what? It's story time. Since we're talking about needles and stuff, I'm gonna tell a story. So I was at the doctor one time, and he told me you have to get a shot, and you can either get a shot in your shoulder, or your thigh, or your butt. And I thought, well, that's an easy choice. I'm gonna get the shot in my shoulder. And he said, I'm gonna step out, and my nurse is gonna step in, and she's gonna give you the shot. So I was like, okay, cool with that. Whatever. So the nurse walks in, she preps the needle and everything, and she says, alright, so this is gonna have to be in your butt. I was like, what? Like, no, he said I could get the shot in my shoulder. She was like, nah, we always do this in the butt. As kinky as that sounds. And so I was like, that's not okay. I don't want to drop my pantaloons in front of you. But then I was like, well, you know, it's just an older nurse. I'm okay with it. I'll just be a man and deal with it. I was about to just say okay, but then this like 20-year-old girl walks in, and she was like job shadowing the nurse. She was like a nurse in training or something. And she's like 20 years old. I'm 17 at the time. So yeah, that wasn't okay. She's really pretty too. And I kind of panic. So like my survival instincts kick in. I'm like, this can't happen. I can't let this happen. And so I start kind of freaking out in my head, and the nurse is like, okay, you can't put your hands on the exam table. You have to like put your elbows on it. You gotta lean your elbows. And I just stood with one hand on it going, I can't let this happen. And it's like my fight or flight reflex. I was like willing to chew my own leg off to get out of the situation. How big does this have to be? And I was just like, she's standing 2 feet away from me. I can't drop my pants 2 feet away from this cute nurse. This is like the worst thing imaginable. This is like a nightmare. And I just stood there with one hand on the examination table, just like going, I'm pretty sure he said I could get it in my shoulder. And the nurse was like, fine. I'll go get the doctor. I'll go ask him. And she opened the door to go ask the doctor. And I was like breathing a sigh of relief. And I didn't want to ask the nurse to leave or anything. Like the young nurse. I didn't want to ask her to leave or anything. I thought that would be rude. And I was kind of socially awkward at the time. And so she opens the door to go ask the doctor, and he happens to be walking by right there. And so I heard her say, oh, so he keeps saying that you told him he could get this shot in his shoulder, but we always do it in the buttocks or whatever the term is. And the doctor said, oh, well, you know, for this case, it would probably be okay if you did it in the shoulder. And I was like, whew. I just dodged a huge bullet. So I was like, yes, I'm not going to have to embarrass myself in front of this young nurse. And I actually was wearing a long sleeve shirt, so I had to take my shirt off to get the shot. And I was kind of flabby at the time. I have the body of a Roman god right now, but I was flabby back then. So I took my shirt off. I was like, this is way better than dropping my pants in front of this young girl. And I was like, yes, I'm not going to have to embarrass myself. And then she gets the needle already, sticks me with it, and I pass out on the exam table. Like, That's way less, still way less embarrassing than dropping my pants in front of her. So I guess I still dodged a bullet. But yeah, that's a story of how I narrowly avoided exposing myself to a young woman. I'm sure that would have scarred her just as much as me. Yeah, so story time's over, unfortunately. I'm starting to think about building styles now, because the nether is very dark, and so I want to have something kind of lighter. Not this dark oak. We'll probably use the birch wood a lot for these builds, and I want to make this as overworldy as possible. So the place down there, with the nether portal, I want to have like a little log cabin or something. I don't know. And then all of this, of course, will be that is a very tall tree. Very tall. And I want all of this to be grass eventually, and with trees and bushes and flowers and little pigeons and little squirrels and yeah, stuff like that. Small creatures that we can sing to. I don't know, just as overworldy as possible. Also, you're usually not supposed to point out your faults and stuff, but I'm gonna do it in this case. My videos are pretty short. They're like 15 minutes long. That's because I have school and everything. I'm not trying to make an excuse or anything. I just want to point out that I have school and everything, and I also want to get input, if at all possible. If there's anyone out there that will be willing to comment, I want to know, since I have a break from school coming up that's about a week long, I want to know if I should do longer videos or if I should do more videos. Because if I do longer videos, we can do more stuff in the episode. But if I do if I do more videos, I'll be able to do more varied things. Maybe not even Minecraft exclusively. So I don't know. If there's anyone out there that's willing to comment, go ahead and voice your opinions, I guess. That's basically it that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, if you liked the episode, go ahead and like, subscribe, mail a letter through the Pony Express to your grandfather in Nebraska and tell him about this episode. Yeah, tell your friends. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.